Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are in collaborations with GunWraps. Here again, here we have another pistol wrap. As I had mentioned, I was going to be picking one of these bad boys up if you are continuing watching the channel. Here we have the Vietnam Tiger Stripe. This is the original pattern, so you have more of your lighter greens, your FDE tan, and your black. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this, and I'm going to show you guys. We're going to be wrapping this Glock 48. This is a slim line, so I'm going to go ahead and get this prepped and take the red dot off, and we're going to jump into it and see what it's all about. So first things first, we want to disassemble the gun. First, we want to make sure that the chamber is cleared. We're going to go ahead, get this red dot taken off, strip the gun down. We are going to clean it. Alright, so for this video, I'm going to try to do as much of a time lapse as I can to show you guys a little bit of the process, and I'll hone in on some key moments that I want you guys to pick up on. So first things first, we got to clean this bad boy. God knows how many rounds has been fired through this. We're going to go ahead and take, I like to use some alcohol prep pads and get these for 100 pack for like $3. You just want to go ahead, grab some, get this all wiped down, and make sure that all the grease, all the oil, anything that is left on this, you want this to be completely spick and span when you're going to apply this, because we want to make the best contact possible. For those of you that are returning, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself a little bit here, but cleaning it is the biggest process of any wrap. You want to ensure that everything is going to make the best contact as possible. So first things first, I really want to point out on this sheet, it does have a how-to QR code up in the corner, which you guys can scan. Give you guys a better look at that. You can scan this bad boy right here. It will give you a step-by-step directions on how to install this. We are going to be starting with our slide first. I have wiped it down a couple times to ensure that we are going to get the best contact possible, and we're just going to go ahead and start off with the slide. As you can see, all of the wraps are labeled slide, left grip, right grip, and cut strips, along with some cut strips on top for easier cutting if you don't feel comfortable cutting on your weapon. But we're going to go ahead and take this bad boy off. So we're just going to take the corner, lift up on it, just like this. Go ahead and peel this back. And this is labeled front, so this is going to be the front of our slide. And what you're going to notice on these wraps is they have little cutouts here in the front. That's going to show you that that is going to be your center focal point. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to get it right where I like it, where I think the pattern is going to look the best, which I really like this front half, how it shows a lot of this pattern. But we want to make sure that we have just enough to cover all the areas that we are wanting to get. So I'm going to move this back just a little bit so I don't get as much sticky stuff on it. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up, find center. I can press down the sight too to make sure that I'm center. So it looks like right about there is perfectly center. Go ahead and do the same in the rear. Got this pretty much laid down. We're just going to go ahead, make a slight incision around our front sight so we can get this to peek right through it, and we can get this wrap situated down below on the bottom as well. So I'm going to make sure I am all the way up against it. I'm just going to go ahead and make a slight cut down at the bottom here, just like this. I'm going to cut straight up, almost like a little T. Perfect. So now I should be able to just slide this right down over it without creating any bubbles or creases. If you have a nice tool like this, GunWraps offers these as well. If not, you can use a credit card or anything that's flat. I'm just going to go ahead and press this down everywhere we possibly can. And don't get too picky with it, because this is going to get cut out. So for the most part, we got this pretty well formed. We're going to go ahead and start coming in here and start just cutting everything out. The best advice I can give you guys for that is to insert your blade at a 45-degree angle and just run it along the edge of what you're cutting. Don't press too hard. You don't want to take the paint off of your weapon. Just glide straight along the edge. Follow all the lines of the gun itself. Alright, so as you guys can see here, the slide is completely cut out and wrapped, so we are good to go ahead and move on to our bottom half, which is going to be our grip. and I will demonstrate how we're going to do that right now. Alright, so we're going to take the gun and we're going to temporarily put it back onto our slide. That way we can get a good idea of where the pattern needs to be for this. So just go ahead and make sure that everything is nice and seated about right where it would be normally. So we are going to repeat the steps of cleaning and ensuring that the weapon is completely cleared of all grease, oil, and debris, if any. Just make sure everything's wiped down. Do a couple passes just to ensure everything's good. We're going to go ahead and take our, it's going to be our left grip side. So we're going to go ahead and take this apart from the backing. So one of the very cool features about GunWraps is they do have the technology to make the complete vinyl wrap flow seamlessly. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to find the front, make sure it is going towards the front of the barrel, and you're just going to want to make sure, that's why I put the slide back on, that the wrap is going to flow nice and seamlessly right with the design that is already in place. So we're just going to go ahead, set this down, have this all lined up. That's where I need it. So we're just going to give that a little nice little pat down. See, we have one side of this grip done. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I did go a little bit over half on this, so when I put the other side on, we're going to overlap it and hit it with some final tape. But I'm going to go ahead and get this other one lined up. All we're going to do is we're going to flip it over, flip the slide over, bring it down, set it just about where we need it to be, where it's going to be final position when it's actually mounted on the gun. We're going to go ahead and grab the other side of the grip vinyl. We're going to go ahead and line it all up and get to wrapping. Same thing, we're going to go ahead and find out where the patterns line up, which in this case looks to be just about right about here. We're just going to go ahead and make sure this is straight. Start laying it down. Go ahead and move the slide out of the way. And we'll just start applying pressure everywhere that we possibly can, ensuring everything is laying nice and neat. Alright, so here we have a completed product. As you can see, everything lines up perfectly. The patterns are seamlessly flowing on this gun. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I am so happy with the way it turned out. This Tiger camo, this new camo from them, is honestly beautiful. I absolutely love it. But super simple, super easy. Cutouts are nice and simple on a Glock. Everything is smooth, everything is flat, so you should have no problems, especially when it comes to Glock platform weapons. Everything just goes so well together. But this is definitely a beautiful wrap on this particular weapon. Well, that is going to do it for the GunWraps Tiger Camo Vietnam Tiger Stripe vinyl. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. As I mentioned, this is a Glock 48 slimline, and the pattern turned out perfect on both sides. Everything is nice and tidied up. It looks absolutely beautiful. But you can do this at home, guys. You don't need anything crazy. You don't need any special supplies. The only thing you need is an X-Acto knife and some sort of heat. So it doesn't matter if it's a propane torch or your wife or girlfriend's hair dryer. Anything will work. And pick up some cleaning pads of some sort. I recommend the alcohol prep pads, as I had mentioned. But take your time with it. Don't rush it. The more time you spend on it, the better off it's going to turn out, of course. And you just want to take your time, make sure everything's right, make sure it's fit well, and you're gonna love the product that you come out with. Now, these pistol wraps and revolver wraps are a universal sheet. They do come at about $30, and they have so many different patterns and styles to choose from. I've done quite a few videos for them recently, so you guys can go check out down below what those do look like. But I will leave a link to GunWraps website that you guys can go check out what they have to offer and see if there's anything you like and pick something up. And if you enjoyed today's content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We got some cool stuff coming up. It is into hunting season, so I do have some hunting content coming out very shortly. But a big shout out to GunWraps for sending this bad boy out to me. This is an absolutely phenomenal wrap, and I swear by them, guys. They make some fantastic products. Almost all the weapons you see on my channel are wrapped with GunWraps vinyl. So if that tells you anything, I love these guys. I love what they're doing over there, and they're creating some very cool products. GunWraps are a way better, affordable, and super sweet entry level compared to Cerakote. You're going to get longevity out of these bad boys as long as you're taking care of it, you're doing what you need to do, and you're putting it together the right way, and you're doing it the right way. So I hope this video helps you guys out, especially if you're trying to learn how to do this. And thank you, my lovely subscribers, for watching all the way to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and thank you for all the continuing support. You guys make this channel what it is, and I couldn't do it without you. So thank you guys, and as always, I will catch y'all next time.